Hello everybody, what's going on? How is everyone doing? Today, for me at least, it is shit. What's today, man? I just had the worst brain fart ever. I guess I have to look at my phone to see what today is. Holy crap. Today is today's Halloween. What? What am I doing? What? Okay, how did I not know that? I swear to the grass and to God and everyone that believes in whatever they want to believe that I knew it was Halloween. I just had the worst brain fart right when I started the game. But yeah, today's Halloween, guys. Happy Halloween. Shout out to all the monsters, to all the Power Rangers, to all of the costumes out there that exist in the world. Go out there, young children that are still young. Get your candy, get your Snickers, your Twix, get all that nice sweet stuff, and stuff your mouths. Just don't do it too much. But anyway, I'm in my house on Halloween. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm actually casting some StarCraft. I had a long day in the morning, had class, had school, had some work with family and all that stuff. But anyway, let's forget about Halloween. It's good and dandy and all, but whatever. Let's talk about this game. So we have a Terran versus Protoss. Of course, it's going to be on Entombed Valley. Let's go ahead and introduce the players who are going to be playing in this match. We have spawning in the upper left position as our blue Terran player. This is going to be FnaticRCAres. His opponent is going to be in the bottom left position, spawning in as our red Terran player. It is going to be Liquid Sea, and this is going to be an exciting game. This is a replay, obviously, because you guys can see that. Pretty damn straightforward, very common sense. But yeah, this is a game that I got from the Team Liquid pack that was released of Liquid Sea. Of course, Sea was a guy that was very well known in the StarCraft Brood War days. I personally didn't follow too much of his games, but having friends who are pretty heavy Brood War addicts and people that have seen his matches say that he was a pretty sick, just a really top-end Korean Terran player. So, transitioning over to StarCraft 2, already finding a team. Team Liquid, of course, is one of the best teams to be on for management, for players, for practice, for all that nice stuff. Just a really well accepted and well-recognized organization in the StarCraft 2 community. So, let's see what he's going to do in this game. I don't know how long he's been playing for. Maybe he's been smurfing for forever on the Korean ladder and he's just a complete boss. We'll have to wait and see exactly what we're going to be seeing in terms of his style in the TVP matchup. But his opponent, FnaticRCAres, is someone I've seen, but someone I don't know too much about. From my sources and from my research that I've done on this player, he is part of the Fnatic Academy. He might have been promoted. I'm not really too sure. Don't take my word for this, but he is someone that is on a well-established European team. Again, Liquid against Fnatic, two really well-respected teams in the community. Now, we'll have to see exactly what Ares is going to do in this game. I have not casted any games of him in the past. I have seen some streams of C, though. He's been streaming a lot on Team Liquid, so definitely check his stream out to go ahead and see the styles that we see in all of his matchups, TVT, TVP, and TVZ. But you know what? Enough ranting. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the openings from our players. Looks like C going for Command Center. So he went Barracks into Command Center. We're not going to see any kind of quick CC followed by Barracks, although he is going to add on 2 additional Barracks. So pretty standard opening from C, to be honest. You see a lot of players go quick CC and then add your Barracks. He's going to go CC first, or Barracks, and then Command Center, and then add on his Barracks, then very common, getting your double gases. And Ares, on the other hand, going for, whoa, Ares, what is this guy doing? He's going very quick double gas. Gateway already finished, Cybercore already finished, Twilight Council, and a Dark Shrine. Alright, so we are definitely going to be seeing some early aggression coming out here from Ares, and he's expanding behind it. So, I've seen some people do this build, but I'm not too sure how it's going to work out for Ares. He must have practiced it a million times on the Korean ladder. Someone that I've even seen this do this build was, I've seen Naniwa do this build, and I've also seen SK Telecom Rain do this build. So we'll have to see how he executes it. His expansion follow-up is definitely a really good option. He's not looking like he's going to commit to any kind of one-base play for the long run. But C, getting his command center, getting his engineering bay, of course, really important to wall it off. Actually, that's exactly what he's doing. Not a lot of players do this, to be honest. They just get a bunker or 2 bunkers, and they're like, okay, you know what? If I get attacked, I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to die. All I have to do is pull off my SCVs and then start repairing my bunker. But C, you know, really using his buildings wisely to go ahead and give himself a little wall off, kind of a shield, no pun intended, to defend his units from any kind of counterattacks or any kind of 2-base timing from the Protoss. So Entombed Valley, just to note a little bit on this map, it's a pretty interesting map for a TVP matchup. You know, you have these rocks that are, you know, linked between your natural, between your 3rd expansion, which is located in this area. The thing that becomes a little bit harder is taking a 4th expansion from both players. It is going to be a pretty large distance away from your actual main. So for Terran players, you know, counterattacks, medevac drops into these locations, it's a pretty darn large map. So medevac drops seem to be really, really powerful on this map. And, you know, Protoss players, they have a pretty easy 3rd. Very, very accessible. Just kill the rocks, take your 3rd, there you go. Boom. Same exact thing for Terran. So we'll have to see if either player decides to go for a greedy expansion. And we'll also have to see if we're going to see any kind of timing pushes here from the Terran or the Protoss. But tech-wise, we see a very quick Templar Archives being started right now for Ares, and it looks like Ares tried to warp in some DTs. One DT gets warped in. C seemed like he has to have some energy to you know. Okay, he had a turret in position. C is such a boss, so this DT is not going to do anything. Really, really clever here. So he must have had an idea of Ares' playstyle in this matchup, but he's trying to scan again, not going to kill the DT. DT is still here. Going to go ahead and use another scan. C will finally be able to get rid of this Dark Shrine. And that's a nice little army right now for C compared to his opponent. His opponent doesn't really have too much. 51 supply for Ares, 68 supply for C. If you look at the units tab really, really quickly, all he really has right now is 2 Stalkers and a Dark Shrine, or a Dark Templar. 2 Dark Templars. And C is just adding more production facilities here back home, going up to starport, getting his factory. Obviously, you need a factory to make your starport. Getting a reactor, so we're definitely going to be seeing a switcheroo here, transitioning into medevacs. He did add on 2 reactors as well as his tech lab. Getting stim, he should have concussive or combat shield done. Yes, it is in fact done for C. And Ares is going super, super greedy. Holy, I'm not going to say crap, but man, opening up DTs, going into Templar Archives, getting his Storm, still on 2 bases. I mean, his economy is looking pretty good. Both players are pretty even in terms of harvesters, but he is being as greedy as possible, man. He is going Templar off of 2 base, getting so much resources invested into this tech. And you know what? I think C is going to be able to take advantage of it. He's going to go ahead and take a 3rd CC as we see it being produced in the production tab. Continuing to add barracks. Looks like the DT not really going to do too much here right now. C immediately going to scan, killing the pylon as well as the Dark Shrine. But yeah, C is in a fantastic position. His stem is about to finish, basically, you know, 70% completed. Continuing his bioproduction upgrades wise, if you look really, really quickly, we are seeing that +1 weapons has completed as we see armor is being produced right now for C. And here comes a little push coming out from C. And this might not look a lot. Nah, this might not look like it's a lot, but it's in fact pretty damn scary army. And all we really see right now for Ares is he does have a lot of zealots. Charge is just going to be started right now for Ares. He does have storms, so if he can get some storms on these bio units, it would be really nice. See 2 storms going down right now. C not really going to dodge, and I mean stim's not done, so he can't really stim away and attack into anything or even run away from this army. So Ares really, really utilizing the storm tech really, really quickly. Taking a very aggressive 3rd expansion behind it. As I mentioned, Charge is about 80% completed now. So if he can buy himself enough time to get Charge, to possibly start researching Blink, to maybe even, you know, transition into Archons even, he's going to be in a fantastic position to be able to hold off any kind of push from C. But C doing what he kind of has to do. He has the map control. He has the factory in position. He's able to scout the exact army positioning of his opponent. He's able to see his upgrades. He's able to see the composition. And he's going to make the smartest decision. He is just, I guess, just moving towards the right, towards the left of the map, just controlling and being very, very map aware. Behind it, he's going to go ahead and have that 3rd CC being landed right now to the 3rd expansion. But hold that thought, it looks like storms going down right now from Ares. Ares throwing off some really, really nice storms right now. But at the same time, Charge is finished. So this is going to not really going to be able to do too much, even work more from Archons right in the face of C. But C doing a really nice job of controlling his units. Going to try to focus down as many things as possible. Trying to focus down the Archon. Almost gets it. Actually, just gets the shields. But you know what? If he would have killed that Archon, that would have been a pretty nice victory for C. But nonetheless, C's 3rd expansion is trying to land, but the pylon's already in position. And that's really, really clever from Ares to be able to spot you know, when his opponent takes a third. This might signify a little bit of a timing from Ares, as he has his units in the center of the map. Upgrades wise for the Protoss, we are seeing that he is going to get started on +1 armor, so an upgrade advantage is definitely going to be here for C. 1-1 is finally finished. Going to go ahead and transition into a Ghost Academy. Very, very important to get EMPs, to get ghosts in general, to be able to deal with this. But it looks like Ares going to go ahead and charge his way into that third expansion of C. C's going to try to control to the best of his ability. Charge Slot's doing a lot of damage. Now take note, the upgrades are going to be very, very important. Storm's coming in from the back right now for Ares, and he is going to be in the third expansion of C. And this is such a bad area, man. This is such a nasty area. You can get the best storms possible. Just the bio runs in, storm it, there you go, and that's exactly what Ares is doing. Has a pylon in position already, being able to warp in some zealots, whatever the heck he wants to. And C has to lift off that third expansion. Without ghosts, without a lot of bio, without a lot of structures to be able to attack into it, you just can't attack into it. I guess that's just what I'm trying to say. Without ghosts, you need something to be able to deal with this. And ghost EMP is what you need. Storm's going down. All the bio units going in the red. Of course, the medevac's going to try to heal. SCV is getting pulled off the mineral line now. The mineral line right now from C as I stutter over my words. And everything looks like it's going to die. SCVs are going to die as well. He's going to fall down to 41 harvesters compared to 61. +1 armor not even finished. So that just shows you, man. That shows you the power of the Protoss army without upgrades. I mean, upgrades makes them better, but they're still pretty damn good without any kind of upgrades. And C, you know, his 2-2 is going to finish here very, very shortly. But, I mean, the Protoss player back home, continuing his, you know, his Zealot production, continuing to mix in some Templars. His third expansion has been up for some time. Getting started on, he should be getting started on weapons level 1 very, very soon. But the thing here, at this stage, you see a lot of Protoss players transition into Colossi. A lot of them, you know, they can open up Templar, they can open up Colossus. It's really your option, your preference, and your style in the PvT matchup. But because he opened up Templar, generally you would see them transition into, you know, Archons, into the Colossus. You know, getting a robotics facility, getting a robotics bay, and then, you know, making your army that much stronger. But it doesn't seem like Ares is doing that. He's really favoring these gateway units, continuing to get some units on the map, getting Blink. C at the same time is just going to continue to push out as many bio units as possible. Now he's going to finally mix in the Ghost, and this is what you need to be able to deal with the army composition that Ares is going for. As long as he can get some good army positioning, as long as he can control his units and get the very, very important EMPs to be able to deal with, you know, the Zealots and the Storm and the Archons, he's going to be in a pretty commanding position. So we'll have to see what's going to go on right now, but it looks like C has a supply advantage, 137 to 121. Ghost coming in the front, EMPing. Did he EMP? I think he might have EMP'd, but I don't know why he would EMP cannons. But at the same time, it doesn't even matter, man. C is going to go ahead and charge into the third expansion. Coming in from the back is going to be a lot of Zealots. Ares going to try to do some damage, trying to surround all of these units from C. C looks like he's going to be able to kill everything. Really nice EMPs on all these Zealots. Ares falling down to 6 to 8 supply. And Ares is going to throw out the towel with the W. That's GG. Okay, so he GG'd. That's just another way of saying it in Korean, I guess. But anyway, really, really well played by Liquid C, of course. You guys can check out this replay. You can check out as many replays as you want from Liquid C, of course. There's a thread on Team Liquid. Go over there, download the replay pack, learn yourself some high-level Terran play. But that's going to do it for this cast, and I'll see you guys next time.